3 2-pointers for her. A pair with 4, Mariah Gardner and Emily Johnson. Gardner was 1 for 2 at the line with a 3. Johnson hit a pair of 2s. 4 points also, Kateria Gooden, all in the fourth quarter for her. Jada Thompson was 1 for 2 at the line for 1 point in the ball game. So 10 played, 10 scored for North Platte. For Western Nebraska, they had 3 in doubles, led by Gala Font with 15. Font, that'll be the 4th time she's either led or tied for the lead in scoring this year. She had a 3-pointer, everything else a 2. Mackenzie Joseph had 14. Cindy Joseph would have been 3 out of 4 in free throwing. Then 10 points, Aberi Egberica. She was 3 for 4 at the line, also with a 3-pointer to her credit. 8 points, LaRue Montiel, 2 for 2 at the line with 3 2-pointers. 7 points each, Helena Cook, a pair of 3s, 1 out of 2 at the line. And 7 for Adelina Ertain. She had a 3-pointer. See, 7 points for Amaya Donaldson off the bench, 4 for 4, including a couple of crucial free throws with under 15 seconds to go. She also had a 3-pointer in the ball game. Playing but not scoring, Jamie Karen, Kylie Smith, and Kayla Cervantes. Cervantes 0 for 2 at the line. So 10 played, 7 scored for Western Nebraska. You're listening to the Runza Postgame Show. Runza doesn't like to think of themselves as just another restaurant in town. They like to think of themselves as part of the community. Runza with locations in Scottsbluff, Gering, and Chadron.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Here. I'll get it right yet.
Western Nebraska women end up winning the ball game 68-63, being outscored by 7 by North Platte in that fourth quarter to make it interesting. It was a nail-biter with 15 seconds to go, but Western Nebraska got a couple of free throws from Donaldson and ends up winning it by 5. Means Western Nebraska now this year is 5-0 in 2-possession games, while North Platte will fall to 3-3 in the 2-possession games. Rebounding, 39 for Western Nebraska, 33 for North Platte. Mackenzie Joseph had 7. Smitch, Font with 6 each, and Egberica with 5 to lead Western Nebraska. A trio with 5 for North Platte out of their 33. Riggles, Gardner, and Nevaeh Gooden. Turnovers, unofficially 21 on North Platte, 19 against Western Nebraska in the ball game. Off the bench, it was all tied up, 22 points each. Couldn't ask for much more there in terms of evenness. Another well-played game by both teams here, although I'm sure Isaac Liu would have wished that Western Nebraska could have put things together a little bit better in that fourth quarter, but they do hang on for the win. They're 22-6 on the year. And Jeff Turman's team falls to 16-10 on the year. We'll have more coming up on the Runza Postgame Show. Western Nebraska now 10 wins out of their 12 home games on the year, 22-6. They said Jeff Thurman's North Platte team falls to 16-10. They are 8-6 on the road. Western Nebraska has a week off before they'll play Lamar at home. Then on Saturday, the 2nd of March, they'll go to Trinidad for their final game. So it looks like they've clinched a home play-in game. This game coming up will have all kinds of impact for both teams, however, on the men's side, as Western Nebraska tied with Trinidad right now for the lead in the men's South Sub-region. And the teams will meet up in Trinidad coming up Friday night. But obviously Western Nebraska needs a win here to keep pace, and North Platte trying to fight back and get into the top 3 so they can have a home game. We'll talk more on that when we come back, but that'll take care of the women's game. Thanks for being along. I hope you can stay for the second game. If not, Chuck Swartz wishing you a good evening, reminding you the final score in the first game, Western Nebraska women 68, North Platte women 63. Welcome back to the second game of our doubleheader between Western Nebraska and North Platte Community College here at Cougar Palace. 68-63, the women winning for Western. This men's game has Billy Ingles Cougars 19-8. They're on an 8-game winning streak. They're 8-1 in the South Sub-region, now tied with Trinidad after winning at McCook last Friday on a huge comeback. Trailing by 19 with 14:39 to go, winning it by 5. North Platte College, under interim coach Cade Erickson, who took over for longtime coach Kevin O'Connor in December, is 12-13, 3-6 in the sub-region after an overtime loss to NJC at North Platte Saturday. Erickson's 9-9 as the head coach. Billy Ingles 3-4 against North Platte College, winning the last 2. Be back to talk with the coach after this on the High Plains Spas and Recreation pregame show.
Pardon? Let's see. We're looking at 0-2. Okay, thank you.
Where I come from ain't never say, got chopped for stone, we let it run.
welcome back to Western Nebraska's Cougar Palace as we prepare for the men's game here as Western Nebraska women holding off North Platte 68-63, another difficult win. And Jeff Thurman does a great job with his team at North Platte of just making it a difficult team to play against. And the two teams getting together here in the men's certainly happened the first time. It was 81-80 in overtime that Western Nebraska rallied back to win down there. So we'll see how this one goes in Scotts Bluff compared to the game in North Platte. We'll have our starting lineups coming up in a moment, but first off, we're going to have the national anthem before the second game. The starting lineups are brought to you by Western Nebraska Community College. From diplomas to degrees, it's for me. Learn more at WNCC.edu. North Platte, under interim coach Kate Erickson, they're 12-13. He's 9-9 since taking over. They'll start this way. Parker Bauman, a 6'5 freshman from Washington, averages 15. He had 21 last time. 5.8 rebounds also. Brandon Brower, 6'2 sophomore out of Omaha Northwest, 6 points, 2.3 rebounds. Did not score in the earlier game. Bryce Baez, a 6'7 sophomore out of Iowa, 13 points, 6.8 rebounds. He had 11 points, 4 rebounds the first time. Emmanuel Oladeru, a 6'8 sophomore from England, 8 points, 4.3 rebounds. He had 8 of each in the earlier game. And Michael Cooper, a 6'6 freshman out of Minnesota, 11.1 points, 5.6 rebounds. He had 9 points, 8 rebounds in that loss in overtime. For Western Nebraska Community College, J.J. Harris, a 6'4 sophomore out of Tallahassee, Florida, averaging 13-1 with 5.5 rebounds, had 5 rebounds, 15 points. Maurice Walker, the 6'4 sophomore out of Denver, 8.8 points, 2.6 rebounds. He did not score in that game in North Platte. Willie Wilson, 6'1 freshman out of Minneapolis, 10.9 points, 3.2 rebounds. He had 6 rebounds, 19 points. Travis Easterly, the 6'4 sophomore out of Youngstown, Ohio, 6'1 points, 1.8 rebounds. Stephen Ovia, the 6'9 sophomore from London, 7 points, 5 rebounds. He had 6 points, 4 rebounds in that earlier game. The opening tips brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza, 2801 Avenue B in Scotts Bluff. Every day with Papa Murphy's online special, you can get a large 2-topping pizza for just $10.99 when you order at papamurphys.com. This is an online special only. North Platte in their visiting black uniforms. Gray numerals outlined in gold. Western Nebraska will be in their home whites with the blue numerals with blue and gold trim. Western Nebraska will move left to right here in the first half of action. 20-minute halves in men's play, remember, different than the women's with their 10-minute quarters. Ovia will be jumping at center against Oladeru for North Platte. 6'8", 6'9", and ironically enough, they're both from London, England. Tip controlled by Western Nebraska as Oladeru mistimed his leap and was coming down. So Western Nebraska has the first possession of the ball game. North Platte opens in a man-to-man. Near side, Wilson comes into the paint, can't get the shot off. Outside, JJ will try one from downtown and bury it. J.J. Harris makes it 3-0 on the first possession, 20 seconds into the ball game. Handling it now will be Parker Bauman. Bauman goes left side to Cooper. Those two, majority of the offense at times for this team. Bauman, one-handed pass, comes over to Baez. He'll launch. The three is off badly, but the rebound, North Platte. Oladeru with it. Get it outside. Here's a three by Brower. It misses. Rebound tipped by Harris to Western Nebraska's Willie Wilson. Easterly in the corner. Goes down low on the block with it. Coming into the middle. The little jump hook goes in for Ovia. And it's 5-0. Western Nebraska in the first minute of play. Bauman will bring it across. Easterly picks him up at the timeline. Bauman passes away to Cooper. Cooper will go behind the back on the dribble. Puts up a 15-footer and hits it. Michael Cooper gets the lid off for North Platte, makes it 5-2. Here's a long three, and Maurice Walker banks it home. He was scoreless the other time these teams played, so 18 and a half minutes to go. It's 8-2. Western Nebraska. Brower with it. And they give it away to Cooper. Oladeru. Oladeru just hanging on to it, waiting for a cutter. Gives to Brower. And we're going to have player go down with a twisted ankle there, I believe. Is there also going to be a foul, or is it just the official noticed the injury? I think he noticed the injury, and that's unfortunate because now they are going to call a foul. That will go on Ovia, and the trainer for North Platte will come out and check this injury out. So we've got a brief timeout. 8-2 the score. Game's being brought to you by Ryan's Welding. They sell PJ Texas trailers in a wide variety of sizes, as well as offering a full-service welding shop. Limping will be Michael Cooper, and that can hurt. He's averaging 11-1 with 5.6 rebounds, also 1.6 assists, 1.1 steals. He did a little of everything in that game in the overtime loss down at North Platte. He will come out of the ball game, and we're going to see Jesper Hallberg, the 6'8 freshman out of Sweden, with his first appearance. Averages 2 points, 1.6 rebounds. Here's Brower with it. Brower dishes it. Here's a three that won't go. Rebound taken off by Walker of Western Nebraska. Long pass. Ovia puts it down with authority as the North Platte defense didn't get back on transition there. And with 17:50 to go, it's 10-2 Western Nebraska. Brower across out of Omaha Northwest. They'll get it down on the block. Let's see, that was what? Oladeru. Now outside, the newcomer into the ball game. Hallberg buries the three-pointer. Hallberg makes it 10-5, Western Nebraska. Man-to-man defense, as about 99.9% of the time, will be North Platte. Ovia holds up, gets the ball to Wilson. He's open from 18 and buries it. Wilson's first two. 12-5, Western Nebraska. Over 17 minutes to go, first half. Bauman across. Cooper. Hallberg. Right side, Bauman again. He'll go right baseline. Brower. High post now, Cooper. Cooper backs off. Goes down on the wing with it. Here's the spin move by Oladeru. He'll miss. Rebound to North Platte. And the shot won't go under heavily contested pressure. Here's the shot up, no good. And a foul will be called as Bauman jumped in, initiated contact. And, of course, J.J. Harris trying to plead his case there, but he'll pick up the foul for Western Nebraska. There's 16:43 to go, 12-5, Western Nebraska leading. Bauman at the line. He's a good free throw shooter. Hits 80% of them on the year. 69.2 for North Platte as a team. The free throw too strong. A Jinx team apparently. Of course, Oladeru hits 44% of his. That brings the average down. Of course, sometimes those are a little misleading. It depends who you've got shooting them for the most part. This one rattles and comes out. Boy, I don't know. Bauman's probably not missed two in a row. more than a couple times all season, but he misses both of those. Western Nebraska has the ball, the 7-point lead. Wilson clears it. Walker, his pass down low is tipped away. It'll be a turnover as North Platte comes up with it. Mile a minute. Here comes Brower into the paint area. Actually pulls up just short, but gets it down low to Hallberg. He'll fake, reverse, and we're going to have a foul. Yes, foul against Western Nebraska. And it'll be out of bounds, a non-shooting foul. But that will be Maurice Walker picking up his first. So North Platte already has had 3 different Western Nebraska individuals pick up a foul. Oladeru works it out to Baez. Left side, Brower puts up a 3 and hits it. Brower averaging half a dozen, has half of that right now, 12-8. Western Nebraska the lead, get the ball down on the block, spinning. Wilson has it skip out, hesitated on the iron, came away to North Platte. Here is Brower across, and a reach foul will be called against Wilson as he went for the steal, and Wilson becomes the 4th Western Nebraska player to have a foul in the ball game. North Platte unblemished right now on the scoreboard in terms of fouls, but Western Nebraska is committed 4. Bauman takes the inbound. Bauman crosses over top of the circle to Hallberg. Hallberg backing off against Harris. Now jumps it left corner. They'll feed it down low. Wide open for the stuff is Oladeru. Oladeru makes it a 2-point game, 12-10. Western Nebraska had a 12-5 lead just seconds ago. Harris brings it across at a slow pace. Now Walker. Left side, Easterly. Easterly flips it out to Harris, who has hit a long 3. He'll try another one and hit it again. Harris has hit 2 from a couple of steps outside the arc. 15-10, 15-13 remaining. First half, Western Nebraska the lead. Oladeru with the ball against Easterly. Now it's knocked away by Wilson, and he'll pick up the foul. He knocked it away, and I think because of that, the official decided, yeah, I better call that one. I don't have a complaint with that one, but Wilson does have his second in less than a minute. So Wilson with 2 fouls, he'll come out. Caden Nation will come in, and we're also going to see Anthony Simo come in. Between Ovia and Simo, the big guys had a dozen points the last time, but the 3 guys for North Platte had like 22 combined. Hallberg, right side in front of the Western Nebraska bench. He'll bring it left side. Bauman will launch under pressure and hit it. That was a 2. He was just inside the line. Bauman makes it 15-12, Western Nebraska. J.J. Harris calling out the play. Speeds it up a little bit against Baez to the left side. Down low, that's Nation. He makes a pass that was tipped and intercepted. Tipped away, but North Platte still has it. Now the ball tipped around, and it comes away in a jump ball situation as North Platte had a chance there, but looked like Western Nebraska got a hand on it and deflected it just enough, and then in the battle, the possession arrow will be in favor of North Platte. They'll have it out of bounds on a baseline out-of-bounds play. We're going to see Brower come out of the ball game, and let's see, that will be, Baez in the corner, Oladeru. Ball will be inbounded by the new man, Ephraim Palm. Hallberg with it. Hallberg bounces it low. It's knocked away and intercepted. Walker comes up with the steal. Long pass ahead. Easterly with it. Easterly behind the back on the dribble. Comes left side. Harris, he'll spot up. Takes the 3. This one won't go. Rebound taken by Bauman. Bauman across, feeds the middle, and it's intercepted. North Platte comes up with their second turnover in a row. Here's the feed down to Easterly. He'll spin, gets the defender up, and draws the foul. He'll go to the line and will shoot a pair. Shot was then blocked by North Platte, so we'll never know if it would have gone in anyway, but the defense will be called for a foul. That will be the first on Palm, who just came in, and we've got a timeout on the floor. 13:55 to go. 15-12, Western Nebraska on the West Coast scoreboard.
And Steel Grill. We thank them both for their continued support of Cougar Athletics. Fans, don't forget to visit Mike's Books and Bistro, located on the east and upper level of the Cougar Palace. We're offering 25% off all apparel and gift items, and they'll be limited until the end of halftime.
For more than 125 years, Wells Fargo Advisors has created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. Call Ryan Windhorst at 632-7561. Together, we'll go far. Ball game's also being brought to you by Russell's Automotive, your family-owned go-to for all of your quality automotive repair needs. And Advantage Chiropractic and Acupuncture in Scottsbluff proudly supports the WNCC Cougars. Dr. Levi Bolin can treat all your chiropractic needs. Call Advantage Chiropractic and Acupuncture at 633-1425. There will be free throws coming following the timeout. Western Nebraska leading it by 3 right now. Their biggest lead has been 7 at 12-5 with 17:13 to go. See, Harris, Walker, Easterly will be shooting. Semo and Nation in the ball game for Western Nebraska right now. First free throw from Easterly, a high arching one that goes in. So he gets his name in the scorebook. He'll become the 5th player to score for Western Nebraska in the early going. 5 also for North Platte. Easterly hits again. 17-12, Western Nebraska. Ball into the forecourt quickly. Bauman handling it for North Platte on the left side. Reverses to Hauberg. Now Palm handling it. Signals a play. Gives it away to Oladeru. Oladeru bounces it down onto the block. Get it into the corner. Here's Bauman for 3, but it won't go. Rebound knocked around, and it's Harris with it for Western Nebraska. Off to Walker, left side. Walker shakes, bakes, whips a pass out on top, but it's a bad one, and it's intercepted. Good defense by Bauman. Bauman will drive and put it up, and it will be a foul. Did they call goaltending? I don't think it had hit the board first, but there will be a foul on Western Nebraska. That'll be Nation picking up his first, the 6'7" freshman out of Peoria, Illinois. His first. Western Nebraska has 5 different players with fouls. Wilson has a pair. So Bauman at the line puts the free throw up and in. After bragging on him the first time, he went 0 for 2, but he makes that one cleanly. He's hitting 41% from the floor, 33% on three-pointers, and 80% on his free throws. One more coming here as Western Nebraska leads by 4, and now 3 as Bauman hits. We're going to see Davion Evans, the 6-foot sophomore out of Minnesota, in. He averages 15.8. He had 26. See if they can control him tonight. He averages 15.8, as I said, so not a stranger to scoring. Here's Easterly. Free throw line jump shot. Bounces around, comes off. Hallberg rebounds. North Platte with it. Bauman out to Hallberg, and it's stolen away from him by J.J. Harris slams it home. Third turnover on North Platte results in points. It's 19-14. Western Nebraska leading. They're on defense as Evans handles it. Evans to Oladeru between the circles. Evans takes the pass back, left side, as North Platte looks at it. Here's the give and go to Oladeru, and it'll be a foul on Western Nebraska as J.J. Harris will pick up his second. So Western Nebraska getting some foul trouble with a couple of people here. We're going to see Elijah Burney, the freshman out of Las Vegas, in for his first appearance. 5-point lead. But at the line will be Emmanuel Oladeru. As I said, a 44% free throw shooter. He ended up struggling at the line in their last 4 ball games. We'll talk on that in a little bit. He's 6 out of 19 in their last 4. He misses this one, and it should have been a 2-shot foul there, I think. No? And we're going to have a foul called here against North Platte. That'd be Baez picking up his first. He becomes the second player to pick up a foul for North Platte in the ball game. So Oladeru missed the shot, and Western Nebraska has the basketball. Burney will handle it for the first time. Easterly, right elbow. Nation on the block down right side, spins on his way in, puts it in easily over Hauberg. Nation gets his name in the scorebook, and it's a 21-14 lead. At at the free throw line. Brower turns, gives it to Palm. Palm, top of the circle. He has Simo out there on him. Not the matchup Western wants, I wouldn't think there. Baez handling it. Baez to Evans. Evans driving on Bernie. Cut off. Feeds it away. Baez drives, gives to Evans in the corner. He'll miss, and the rebound taken by Bula is in for Western Nebraska. Daniel Bula, the 6'5 sophomore out of Belgium, gives to Easterly. Easterly steps back. It'll be a long two if it goes, and it does. First fielder for Easterly, and it's a 9-point lead. But at the other end, North Platte faking, couldn't get the shot off. Here's Halberg. He'll drive, dishes it down low. It's knocked away, and it's out of bounds. That is going to be a turnover against North Platte, as they had the ball down low but could not score. Fourth turnover. And with just under 11 and a half minutes to go, Western Nebraska, a 9-point lead all of a sudden. Bernie eases into the forecourt on the near side. Tries to take a Simo screen. Backs off. Simo with it. He will shoot the three at times. Here it is, but it's off the iron, and the rebound, Hallberg. Simo hitting 5 out of 8 coming in. That's 63%. Here's Evans. We know he can shoot them, but this one misses. Rebound Easterly. Western Nebraska with it. Long pass. Simo takes it in the corner. He'll give it to Nation. He'll launch. It's off the iron. Tipped in, though, by Easterly. Easterly gets the tip in, and it draws a North Platte timeout. 25-14, Western Nebraska with 10:52 to go on the Wesco scoreboard. J.G. Elliott Insurance Center. Our experienced agents and tailored coverage help protect the unexpected. North Platte has the ball following the timeout. Palm. Oladeru between the circles. Left side now to Baez. And we're going to have an offensive foul on Baez, as getting set was Elijah Bernie. And Baez will have his second personal foul. First player for North Platte to draw a pair. It's also the fifth turnover. Baez out. Halberg had a brief time on the bench to get a catch of breath. Bernie to bring it up. 25-14. Western Nebraska, their first double-digit lead of the game. Simo with it. He'll hand it to Bula. Bula bounces. Easterly with it. Holding it high overhead, scanning. Left elbow with it. That's Nation. Can't shake free, but now he'll drive down on the baseline. Looking for the cutter. Nobody was there. Easterly has it. 6 on the shot clock. Easterly into the paint. He'll feed it to Simo, and it's knocked away, and there's the shot clock violation. Good defense against Western Nebraska by North Platte there, causing the turnover. We'll see Parker Bauman back in. North Platte will sub Pullman out of the ball game. Davion Evans, DJ as they call him, will bring it across. Right side pass onto the wing to Brower. Halberg out to Bauman. Fake the three. Goes deep in the corner with it to Brower. Back out to Bauman. Bauman drives in on the right side, and that should be traveling. Yep, he took an extra step there after picking up the dribble. So with 9:46 to go, the sixth turnover against North Platte. Bernie across, 11-point lead. Hands on the weave to Easterly. Nation. Bula left side. Easterly on the block left side, trying to bump his way in, and that'll be an offensive foul on Western Nebraska's Travis Easterly. Same thing that got called against North Platte earlier. Turnover gives it back to North Platte. We'll see Walker come into the ball game. Easterly out. Western Nebraska leading by 11. Halberg will inbound. The 6'8 freshman out of Sweden gets it into Evans, and he'll bring it across unopposed. Evans, left-handed dribble, goes between the legs a couple times, gets it to Bauman. Bauman, tough fadeaway on the baseline. It rims, comes out. It was halfway down. Rebound Bula of Western Nebraska. Bula, left side, quickly. Walker. Walker steps back, launches, and hits again. Walker with half a dozen, and it's a double-up score, 28-14 with 9:06 to go. Ball out to Evans. He'll swing it to Bauman, left side. Skip it back out. Looks like a zone by Western Nebraska all of a sudden. They haven't been in one of those very long. Oladeru got rid of it. Here's Brower. He'll feed low, and Oladeru lays it in with the left hand. 8 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the ball game here in the first half of play. Western Nebraska leading it 28-16. High post to Nation. Nation will drive on Hallberg. Spins, puts it up, but it won't go. Rebound tipped on the side. It's out of bounds off of Western Nebraska. Yeah, Walker had a chance to grab that one, but he thought it was hit by North Platte, so he let it go. And the ball did go off Western Nebraska. So North Platte has it with 8:27 remaining here in the first half of play. 28-16. Western Nebraska leading. Evans out of Minnesota, a sophomore, averaging 15.8, handles it for North Platte. On the weave to Brower. Brower on the baseline. He'll lean in and put it up and in. Defense went to sleep on him as they gave him the inside position. It's back to a 10-point game. 28-18. Burney. He'll step back. He'll launch the three and hit it. First points for Burney in the fifth three for Western Nebraska. 31-18. Inside 8 minutes to go. Evans will bounce it to Oladeru. Oladeru puts it on the floor, turns, jump hook, goes in off glass. Nice soft touch for Oladeru. Makes it 31-20, Western Nebraska. Just over 7.5 minutes to go. Bula handling it for Western Nebraska to the right side. Feeds low. Burney reverse layup on a great feed by Bula. Burney's hit a quick five. It's 33-20, Western Nebraska. North Platte with the basketball. Landon Brower out of Omaha Northwest will fake right, goes left. Now has to sling the ball out on top to Bauman. His three won't go. Easy rebound for Caden Nation as he snares that one. Nation across into the corner. Bula is open for a set shot, but the three won't go. Oladeru rebounds for North Platte. It'll be Brower to bring it up. Bula trying to make him work all the way. He'll hand to Evans. Evans takes a screen left, picks the dribble up, goes out to Hallberg. Hallberg drives to the right side. He'll be doubled down there, and Burney knocks the ball away. It'll be out of bounds off Western Nebraska, but there's 9 on the shot clock as Western Nebraska did a nice job there. Ovia will come in. We've got a timeout. 6:40 to go. 33-20, Western Nebraska on the West Coast scoreboard. For the past 27 years, Clean Harbors has been providing environmental and industrial waste management services to the Panhandle. They are the industry-leading provider of treatment, incineration, destruction, and disposal of hazardous waste in North America. Clean Harbors, people and technology creating a better environment. When you come through the doors at Well Life Assisted Living in Scotts Bluff, you'll be treated like family. We're here to help you every step of the way in moving from a familiar environment. Welcome to the community at Well Life Assisted Living in Scotts Bluff. 33-20, Western Nebraska. Their biggest lead has been 14 at 28-14, a double-up score with 9:10 remaining. It'll be North Platte to inbound following the timeout. They'll have 9 on the shot clock. Bauman will inbound. Palm, Hallberg, Oladeru, and Baez in for North Platte. Baez fakes right, goes left, Nice move, comes into the paint. Down low, it's deflected away. Palm shot rejected, and there's the shot clock violation. So both teams have had one of those in the ball game. Good defense by Western Nebraska there to force the turnover. 6.5 minutes to go, 13-point lead. First half for Western Nebraska. Bernie, who had a big game off the bench in North Platte, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, brings it across. Easterly, Walker, right side Bula. Bula just hanging on to it here, gets a screen from Simo, takes it to the free throw line, zips it down to Simo in the block. He'll put it up and miss, tips it up and in, gets his own miss, and has half a dozen in the ball game. 35-20. Just over 6 minutes to go as the ball comes across the timeline to Halberg. Halberg to Oladeru between the circles. Left side, Baez is open. He'll set up, or Brower it is, and he'll miss. Rebound comes away to Walker of Western Nebraska. Get it to Easterly in the paint. Easterly gets the defender up, misses the shot, however. Rebound comes away to Palm. Ball's deflected by Bernie. Bernie saves it inbounds. Turnover North Platte. Long pass, give it to Simo. He'll put it down. Or Ovia, I should say. Excuse me, the other big guy. 37-20 following the 8th turnover against North Platte. Stepping into the forecourt, Landon Brower. Brower with Bula on him defensively will pass the ball away to Palm. Palm, fake the pass, drives, kicks it into the corner to Hallberg. High post, it's knocked away, taken away. That'll be Ovia. He'll take it to the rack and score again. He's in doubles already. He averages 7 a ball game. 39-20, inside 5 minutes to go now. First half of play. Bauman to the left side on the left-handed dribble. Now he'll switch right. He's wanting a screen up top. Halberg comes out, but doesn't really help him there. So Bauman to the baseline will turn, force a 15-footer. It misses. Easterly rebounds for Western Nebraska. Get it off to Bula. Bula comes into the paint. Dishes outside. Walker steps into the 3, but it rolls all the way around. Rebound Western Nebraska. Bula gives him a fresh 20. Here's Easterly, and he'll bury the 3-pointer. And that'll force another timeout, and it's 42-20, Western Nebraska with 4:23 to go in the half on the Wesco scoreboard.
The Cougar Palace, they're offering 25% off all apparel and gift items, and they'll be open until the end of halftime.
(42-20), Western Nebraska red hot here in the first half. They have half a dozen 3-pointers to their credit. North Platte has 2 right now. Biggest lead of the ball game caused the timeout. Now Hallberg will inbound it. Evans will bring it up. Evans picked up by Easterly on the left side, takes a screen to the free throw line, dishes off to Hallberg. His 3-pointer won't go. Rebound, Bula. Western Nebraska with it. Bula across quickly to the right side, loses the handle on it, out of bounds. It'll be a turnover on Western Nebraska, only their 4th of the ball game. 4 minutes, 6 seconds to go before halftime. Brower will take it in, and he'll be greeted by Easterly, but not an extreme press here. Brower has it across, left side with it on the angle yet. He'll take a screen, comes into the paint, dishes low, and it's intercepted by Walker. Walker anticipated well. He'll bring it up, skips it into the corner to Bula. Out to Easterly. Easterly drives paint, puts it up and in as it hangs for a moment and falls in. Easterly already in doubles. 44-20, 3:33 to go. Here's the feed down low. Layup goes in for Alessandro Parati, who just came into the ball game for North Platte. His first 2. Averages just under a point a ball game. 3:20 remains. It's 44-22, Western Nebraska. Easterly takes a screen to the free throw line, pulls up, and the 14-footer won't go. Palm rebounds for North Platte. Palm, left corner, Brower. Brewer faking passes, now dribbles it back out on top. Resets the offense, gives to Hallberg. His three-pointer won't go again, and we're going to have a foul away from the ball there, I guess, on Parati. He must have pushed off. I was watching the shot, but Parati will pick up his first personal. 8 on Western Nebraska, so that'll be a 1-and-1 for North Platte if there's a foul, but North Platte way away from giving Western Nebraska any free throws unless they're in the act of shooting. Inside 3 minutes to go, Bernie across, picked up the dribble a long ways away, gives to Nation. Nation will drive right side, puts it in easily. Nation averaging just under a dozen a ball game. It's 46-22. He has 4. 2:35 to go. Evans has it knocked away, but he'll regain it for North Platte. Tipped away, but picked up again by North Platte. Bauman with it. Here's Palm at the free throw line. He'll take it left side, feeds to Bauman. Bauman had it knocked free. He gets it back, gives to Parati. It's knocked away. Parati gets it back. He'll put it up. It misses, tips it in. Parati on his own miss gets his 4th quick point. 46-24. Western Nebraska with just over 2 minutes to go, first half of play. Dance team getting ready to perform at halftime for the fans here tonight. Bernie will dribble to the left side. Backs off. Goes high post to Nation. Nation will spin, gets the defender up, gives it away to Galacia, who's in for the first time. Junior Galacia launches from 17. It's off the front of the iron. Rebound corralled by North Platte. And we'll have a foul on Western Nebraska. And that'll be Galacia, I believe, picking it up. The freshman out of the Dominican Republic. His first as he just came into the ball game, and it is 1-and-1 as I mentioned. So Evans, who is scoreless in the ball game right now, will shoot the 1-and-1. Had 26 in North Platte. Bauman had 21, so 47 of the 80 between those two. Evans looking for his first point here. Good free throw shooter, puts it up, it rolls around and goes in. He'll earn the bonus, gets his name in the scorebook, and it's 46-25. Western Nebraska leading by 21, believe it or not, here early. This was an overtime game in North Platte. This one bounces high, rebound taken off by Ovia. Stays a 21-point margin. Bernie's across. Man-to-man defense by North Platte as Bernie goes between the circles, wants a screen. He'll go to the right side, drives low, and he will be fouled as he goes up for the shot. I don't think he'll have shots coming here, as that'll be Evans picking up his first. It was before any attempt, so it'll be inbounded on the right baseline. Bernie strolls over by the official to get the inbound here for Western Nebraska. Galacia with it. Galacia out to Walker, step back three, won't go. Rebound fought for, and Nation trying to save it in, couldn't as his foot hit the baseline. It'll be a team rebound for North Platte with 1:15 to go. 46-25 here late in the first half of play. Evans picks the pace up, and it'll be a foul on Bernie as he stuck the hand in and drove it off the knee of Evans, and the foul against Bernie will be his first, and it will be 2 shots coming this time for Evans as it's the double bonus in effect. So Evans, a 74% free throw shooter, 1 of 2 the first time. He'll have a pair coming here. Remember, Western Nebraska trailed by 19 in the second half at McCook and won. So don't count this as a victory yet. Evans hits the free throw. 46-26. One more coming for the sophomore out of Minnesota. 2 freshmen, 3 sophomores started for North Platte. Second shot goes in also, so 46-27. Western Nebraska started 1 freshman and 4 sophomores tonight. Western Nebraska's won 8 in a row. They're 19-8. Galacia left side. Bounces it down to Nation on the baseline. Feeds into the paint. Here is Ovia. It won't go. Rebound taken out by Palm. Palm to the right side. And it's taken right away from him. Galacia picked his pocket. Here's Galacia. He'll put it in. And we'll have a block foul on Hallberg. He undercut him. Didn't do it intentionally, but he got down there to where it was going to have to be called. Galatia with his first bucket of the ball game. Hallberg will have his first personal of the ball game and a chance at a three-point play here for junior Galatia. Only a 57% free throw shooter on the year. Western Nebraska has a 21-point lead with 40.9 seconds to go. It rims, comes out, rebound. Trying to save it in there was Ovia, but it was on the baseline, and North Platte will have a team rebound. So with 40.9 seconds to go, it's a 48-27 Western Nebraska lead. Evans talking with Hallberg as he dribbles it into the forecourt for North Platte. Evans takes a screen right, comes to the hoop. It's rejected, but Parati comes on with it and he misses. Walker with it, now stolen away by Evans. Evans comes into the middle, and that will be a foul, but did they call a technical too? The official on the near side, it looked like he did, but I don't know that they'll call that. Evans has the foul, his second. It's a turnover against North Platte, and Western Nebraska has it. Now, the official on this side just made kind of a gesture, and I thought, gosh, is he going to call a technical there? But no. So 48-27, Western Nebraska. 24 seconds to go as they inbound it, and taking his time, Elijah Burney. Shot clock is off. Western Nebraska could get the final shot here of the half. Burney takes it left side, gives to Nation. Nation with 8 seconds, steps back, long two-pointer is off the left side of the iron. Rebound taken by Parati. He'll get it to Bauman. Bauman from the timeline misses, and at halftime, an impressive lead for Western Nebraska, 48-27 against North Platte on the West Coast scoreboard.
Fans, don't forget to visit Buddy's Books and Bistro, located up in the east end upper level of the Cougar Palace, offering 25% off all apparel and gift items during the open until the end of halftime. Check out our corporate sponsors for today's games. They include Runza and Steel Grill. We thank them both for their continued support of Cougar Athletics. Tonight is Alumni Night. We're celebrating the alumni of Scottsbluff Junior College, Western Nebraska College, and Western Nebraska Community College. If you're one of these alumni, please make sure you visit the WNCC alumni table near the concessions. Alumni swag is waiting for you, as well as the latest WNCC Foundation and alumni report.
Western Nebraska jumping out to a big lead. They led 8-2, 10-2, 12-5 with 17-13 to go, but North Platte fought back to trail 12-10. Western Nebraska and North Platte traded for a while. It was 17-14 before Western Nebraska had an 11-0 run to lead it on a double-up margin of 28-14 with 9:10 to go in the half. North Platte whittled away with a couple of two-pointers before Western Nebraska could get another three, but then North Platte scored to make it 31-20 with 7:40 to go, and Western Nebraska went on another run. They had an 8-0 run at that point to lead it 39-20 with 5 minutes to go in the first half, and extended it from there. It's 48-27 at halftime. We'll look at scoring when we come back.
alumni night here tonight. We celebrate the achievements of those who attended Scottsville Junior College, Nebraska Western College, or Western Nebraska Community College. We'd like to take a moment to recognize you, so if you are one of them, please stand up and be recognized. Don't all stand at once, though. We'd like to express our gratitude to the
Western Nebraska leading North Platte men 48-27 at halftime. Let's look at scoring for the Knights of North Platte College. They have been led by Landon Brower with 5. He has a 3 and a 2 to his credit. Then 4 points each for a trio. Marker Bauman, he's 2 for 4 at the line with a fielder. Emmanuel Oladeru, 2 fielders, 0 for 1 at the line. Alessandro Parati, a couple of follow shots for his 4. Jesper Hallberg has a 3-pointer. Davian Evans, 3 out of 4 in free throwing for his 3. 2 for Bryce Baez, 2 for Michael Cooper. Playing but not scoring, Ephraim Palm for North Platte. So 9 played and 8 scored in the game for North Platte. We'll look at the Western Nebraska scoring when we come back. 48-27, Western Nebraska on the West Coast scoreboard. Western Nebraska leading at halftime 48-27. Looking at scoring, 2 in doubles already. Travis Easterly with 11. He's hit a 3. He's 2 for 3 at the line. 10 points for Stephen Ovia, the 6'9 sophomore out of London, has hit 5 2-pointers. 8 points, J.J. Harris, 2 threes and a 2. Maurice Walker has a pair of 3s for his 6. Elijah Burney, a 2 and a 3 for 5 points. Caden Nation, 4 points on a pair of fielders. 2 points, Willie Wilson. 2 points, Junior Galatia. Galatia 0 for 1 at the line. Playing but not scoring, Anthony Simo and Daniel Bula for Western Nebraska. 10 played, 8 scored for Western Nebraska in the first half. We'll look at some of the team stats in comparison, and we'll look at the sub-region standings. We're at halftime, 48-27, Western Nebraska on the West Coast scoreboard. Commanding lead for Western Nebraska at halftime, 48-27. Turnovers unofficially 4 on Western Nebraska, 11 on North Platte. Rebounding, Western Nebraska 21-18 advantage for North Platte. Palm has 4. Bauman and Parati have 3 each. For Western Nebraska, a trio with 4. Easterly, Ovia, and Bula, all with 4 personals, or with 4 rebounds. Personal fouls, Western Nebraska has a pair with 2 each. J.J. Harris and Willie Wilson. 1 each on Maurice Walker, Junior Galatia, Travis Easterly, Stephen Ovia, Elijah Burney, and Caden Nation. For North Platte, Bryce Baez has a pair, as does Davion Evans. 1 each on Ephraim Palm, Jesper Halberg, and Alessandro Parati. We're at halftime, 48-27, Western Nebraska. A surprising one when you consider it was an overtime win by 1 point by Western Nebraska down in North Platte at the McDonald-Belton Gymnasium. Back with more. We'll look at those sub-region standings next. Let's look at the men's sub-region standings right now. In the South, Trinidad and Western Nebraska are tied for first at 8-1. Trinidad's loss was at Sterling against NJC. Western Nebraska's was right here at Cougar Palace against Trinidad. NJC is 5-4, so they're in third. McCook's 4-6. North Platte 3-6. Otero also 3-6, and Lamar 1-8 right now. Might mention out of the rankings this week, Moberly, Missouri 17th. North Platte has a loss to them. And receiving votes, Trinidad, both North Platte and Western Nebraska have lost to Trinidad. NJC's at Otero tonight. Friday, NJC at Lamar. Western Nebraska at Trinidad. Let's look at the North sub-region while we're at it. Gillette's 7-1. They had not had a program for about 4 years. Gave it up, came back, and boy, it doesn't look like they've missed a beat. 7-1 right now. Casper 6-2. Central Wyoming is 5-3. LCCC out of Cheyenne 4-5. Then Western Wyoming from Rock Springs and Northwest from Powell are 3-5. And Eastern Wyoming is 1-8. Out of North Platte's 12 wins this year, 3 of those are against Eastern Wyoming. The North Platte coming in 5-7 away. Western Nebraska doing a better job at home now at 7-3 after losing a couple earlier. Western Nebraska is back out to shoot around. North Platte yet to make an appearance. Off the bench, Western Nebraska has a small advantage of 11-10 right now. Not a lot of turnovers after an early flurry by North Platte, but they still have 11 at halftime. They average 14.6 a game. Western Nebraska at halftime with 4. They average 12 per ball game. We'll take one final break here before we get ready for the second half. Again, 48-27, Western Nebraska, 21-point lead. They led by 22 with 4:23 to go in the first half.
starting Davion instead of number 1 instead of 24 for our house.
Okay, thank you. (48-27), Western Nebraska leading North Platte at halftime. What a turnaround it's been since the game in North Platte that was 81-80. I talked earlier about the fact that two bigs for Western Nebraska combined for 12 points, 14 rebounds. Also had 2 assists, a steal, and a block. But the three bigs for North Platte, 28 points, 20 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 blocks. And then, of course, that doesn't even include Davion Evans, the 6-foot guard, who poured in 26 points. Evans right now has 3, all on free throws. Hallberg has 3 points at 6'8" out of Sweden. Olederu has 4 points, 6'8" out of England. Parati, 4 points, the 6'8" freshman out of Italy. And Michael Cooper, who was one of the main scorers, 9 points, 8 rebounds, 3 steals in that game at North Platte, has been held to 2 points at halftime. So Western Nebraska has done a nice job defensively. Western Nebraska comes in with 8 straight wins. Last time they've made 20 victories, they're at 19 right now, was in the 2018-19 season. But more importantly, of course, you need to win to go a half game up on Trinidad going into the game at Trinidad on Friday night. Western Nebraska will have the basketball. Easterly will inbound it. Also have Harris, Walker, Ovia, and Easterly in the game, or Wilson, I should say, to be the 5th. We'll get the North Platte starters here. Harris with it. Harris bounces to Ovia in the corner. Back out to Harris. Harris taking a screen to the left side. He'll give it to Walker. Dribbles, puts it up. It won't go. Long rebound, North Platte. Blower with it. He'll get it to Evans, who's starting, and he'll score on the layup. You'd think it's going to be tough to keep him contained all game. 48-29. Easterly into the paint. Draws the defense. Puts it off the glass for 2. Wow, 13 for Easterly on a good-looking shot there. Half a century now, 50-29, 19 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the ball game. Brower handling it out of Omaha Northwest. Brower being defended by Easterly, goes right side, now left side. Drives on Easterly, puts it up, can't get it to go, but he'll draw the foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. That's Easterly picking up his second. First, of course, against Western Nebraska in the half. And at the line, Landon Brower to shoot his first free throw. He struggled a bit there, 57% on the season for the sophomore. He'll put this one up, and it rolls out. One more coming for him. 50-29, Western Nebraska. 21-point lead is tied their second biggest of the ball game. Brower has it rim rattle out. Ovia rebounds. Wilson will bring it across the timeline. Man-to-man by North Platte. Wilson pulls up. 3 won't go as it's off iron. Rebound taken by Evans. Long lob pass comes ahead to Brower. Brower looking for the cutter through the middle. It wasn't there, but popping out is Olederu. Now on the far side, Bauman misses the 3, but the rebound taken off, and it'll be Bauman again putting it up and getting a 2-pointer this time. Missed the 3, but the offensive rebound for North Platte results in 2 points. 50-31. Walker with it. Wilson now. Wilson takes a screen, but fighting through is Brower. Now to Harris. Harris, step back 3. He hits it again. Boy, he's been deadly on those tonight. He has 3 threes, 11 points, and it's 53-31. We cross 18 minutes to go in the ball game. Evans motioning for some freedom on the left side for maneuverability. He'll give it to Olederu. Bauman. Bauman, left side, dishes into the corner. Here's Brower. He'll hit a 3. Brower makes it 53-34. Harris slows the pace, brings it across at a walk as he talks to Easterly as he brings it over. Now picks it up, bounces it to Ovia. Ovia to Easterly. Walker out top. 13 on the shot clock, and we're going to have a foul away from the basketball here, I believe.
Foul called on the ninth, Oladeru.
Yeah, Oladeru will pick this one up. That'll be his first of the ball game.
His first personal.
So 17-21 remains in the game. It'll be inbounded with 20 on the shot clock. Harris takes the inbound. Harris, right side pass, Easterly in front of the Western Nebraska bench. Easterly takes it to the right baseline, puts it up, draws the foul. Don't know if they'll call this as a shooting foul or not. Officials getting together to talk for a moment, so let's hold on and see what it will be. No, it'll not be a shooting foul, but it'll be out of bounds for Western Nebraska.
Third personal foul on.
That'll go against Baez and be his third. Ball lobbed into Harris again with 20 on the shot clock. Get it down low, and there will be an offensive foul on Wilson as he lowered his shoulder to clear some space. And he also picks up his third personal foul of the game. So Wilson with 3, Baez of North Platte with 3. 53-34. North Platte has the ball, but trailing it big time. Here's Evans. Evans down low on the block. Oladeru. He'll fake, drive, puts it in. Got it off glass and makes it 53-36. Here's Harris. He'll launch another 3 and hit it. Boy, that's 14 for Harris, and the game is high was 25 in the win over Colby. 20-point lead, 56-36. Into the corner, nice fake. Brower gets the defender up but misses. Long rebound, Walker of Western Nebraska. Walker spins away from a defender, gets it to Ovia. He'll turn, give it to the guard. Harris wants somebody to come out and meet the pass here. He'll sling it over to Wilson. Wilson drives in, draws pressure, can't get it to go. Oladeru with the rebound. North Platte on the run, that's Evans. He'll go to the hoop and miss. Rebound taken out, however, by North Platte, but then stripped away by Western Nebraska. Long pass, saved back in by Wilson to Maurice Walker. He'll score. 58-36. North Platte has the ball. They're down 22 points. Landon Brower handles it for a brief time. Now Bauman into the corner. Brower, he'll drive, feeds it off to Oladeru. His long shot goes in as he put that up from about 5 feet away, and it was at least 5 feet above the rim with the arch on it. Good shot for him as he got the friendly bounce. 58-38, Western Nebraska by 20 with the basketball. All kinds of people getting ready to report. 2 for Western Nebraska, 1 for North Platte. Next time the clock stops. Wilson with it, left baseline. Wilson squares up, trying to back his way in, floats it up, it won't go. He tips it, misses. Rebound saved by North Platte. Down on the baseline, Brower with it. He'll get it to Evans. Evans stops at the free throw line and hits it. Excellent shooter. He only had 3 at halftime, but he's got 7 now, and it's 58-40. We're just inside 15 minutes to go. Harris walks the ball to the center jump circle, now brings it across. Ooh, that could have been an over and back, but didn't get called. Easterly with it. Easterly to the free throw line, takes it into the paint, puts it up, it won't go. Oladeru with the rebound. Now Bauman with it. Bauman to Evans. Evans gets it ahead to Bauman. We'll have a foul called against Western Nebraska, and that'll be Easterly called for his third. Ball be inbounded at the timeline. Now we'll have the subs come in. Simo and Bula come in for Western Nebraska. Let's see, somebody else also. Yeah, Bernie will come in. And let's see, North Platte brings Palm back into the game along with Baez. 58-40, 18-point lead, 14:27 to go. Almost identical numbers as what Western Nebraska trailed at McCook the other night, but ended up winning. Evans, right side pass to Palm. Freshman out of Sweden, dribbles back outside a little to clear some space. Now to Evans. Fakes a pass to Bauman. Evans with it again. Fighting down the middle, puts the runner up in the paint. It won't go. Rebound taken off by North Platte. Foul, and it'll be 2 shots coming as Baez had it hesitate on the iron and fall away. Could not get it to go in, but he'll go to the line with 14:06 to go. As North Platte battling hard here, Bula will pick up the foul. And at the line, Baez, his first of 2, goes in as he rattles it home for his 3rd point of the ball game. One more coming for the sophomore out of Iowa. Had 11 last time. This will be his 4th point of the game so far tonight. 58-42, 14:03 to go as Bernie will bring it up. Bernie picks up the pace, now gives it to Nation. Harris, near side Bula. Bula crosses over to Harris. Harris has been deadly from outside. He'll drive into the paint, puts it up. It won't go, and we're going to have a foul called. Delayed call there. Is rebounding foul is going to be called, and we're going to have a timeout. 13:42 to go, 58-42, Western Nebraska on the West Coast scoreboard. North Platte defensively came into this game with opponents only shooting 25% outside the arc. I dare say it's a little bit better than that right now for Western Nebraska. At halftime, they were 6 of 13, and they've made 2 more here in the early part of the second half. North Platte's 0 of 3 in overtime games this year. One of those against Western Nebraska, and then just most recently, their loss to NJC at home. Western Nebraska has lost at LCCC. Of course, they're in the other sub-region, so a non-sub-region game. And then they beat Northwest Kansas Tech in double overtime. That one was a 9-point deficit with a minute to go in regulation. Nation shakes, bakes, and hits the 3, so that will be 9 threes for Western Nebraska in the game. 61-42, Western Nebraska. Oladeru outside the arc by a long ways. We'll give it to Bauman. Bauman jumps it into the corner. Evans misses. Rebound taken by Bula of Western Nebraska. Bula, hesitation move, takes it down low. He'll score, but I think they're going to say it was a non-continuation foul, and it will not count, but it is a foul going against DJ or Davion Evans, and that will be his 4th of the ball game. 2 of them coming in the last minute of play. So he'll come out of the ball game while Landon Brower goes back in. Bernie will inbound on the left side. 25 on the shot clock. Nation has it. He steps back where he just made a 3. He'll drive in. Stops on the baseline, misses. Rebound taken off by Simo. Simo, we're going to have an offensive foul called for putting an elbow out. So Simo got the rebound, but then picks up the foul. His first turnover this half against Western, according to my book. 5 in the ball game. North Platte doesn't have any so far this half. Here's Palm to bring it. He'll get it to Bauman. Bauman jumps it to Oladeru. Bauman again. Bauman drives to the baseline, has cut off, gives it to Palm. He'll hit the 15-footer. First points for Ephraim Palm. He averages 6.4. 61-44. Step back. JJ won't get this one to go. The rebound tipped outside. Simo has it for Western. He'll launch a 3 and hit it. At 6'7", he is 6 of 10 on the year. 64-44, Western Nebraska. Brower, Palm comes into the free throw line, gives to Oladeru, and he throws it away. Threw it behind Parker Bauman, who was cutting to the corner. So there's the first turnover against North Platte here in this half. Oladeru comes out, and we're going to see Parati back in. Parati, a 6'8 freshman out of Italy. 20-point lead, 12:08 to go for Western Nebraska. 8 straight wins. J.J. Harris with the ball left side. Harris steps back, gives it to Nation. Nation drives into the paint, puts the jump hook up. It won't go. Ball's off of Western Nebraska's Anthony Simo as he tried to gather that one in. North Platte has it with 11:51 remaining. Parker Bauman picked up by Bula as he goes over the timeline. Takes a Parati screen, but it doesn't work, so he goes back the other direction. Goes into the corner with it. Here's Palm. He'll bounce it off to Brower as 3 won't go. Rebound taken out by Bernie, the smallest player in that scrum. Here's Nation. Nation puts it up, can't get it to go. Rebound taken off by Harris, and he'll be fouled. So Harris will go to the line for Western Nebraska with 11 minutes, 25 seconds to go. Palm with his second personal foul for North Platte. We have had no ties, no lead changes in this game. Quite the contrast from the women's game. Western Nebraska won that one 68-63. There were none in the second half, but boy, a bunch of ties and lead changes in the first half. Well, Harris found where he is not hot, and that's the free throw line. Missed his first. He has 4 3-pointers in the game, a 2. Has 14 points right now. Has 1 more coming here. Baez out for North Platte after that first free throw. Harris hits this one. So now Western Nebraska 2 of 5 in the game. North Platte 5 of 11, 7 of 13 it is now. On the weave, Palm handles the basketball into the paint. It was knocked away, he got it back. Here's the backdoor cut. They'll give it to Parati. He'll put it up and miss, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line as Nation picks up his second personal. So Palm with the free throw, or the pass inside, and Parati will be at the line to shoot. He's a 67% free throw shooter on the year. Right about what North Platte as a team is. This one comes off short, however. Score remains 65-44, Western Nebraska. North Platte a 69.2% free throw shooting team. Western Nebraska 70.3. This one also misses. Rebound Nation. Caden Nation will nonchalantly give it away to Bernie. Elijah Bernie being pressured by Palm at the timeline, has it across. Bounces it to Harris. Harris looking for cutters, 1 dribble. Now Bula outside the circle with it. Bula drives into the paint, gets the defender up, feeds the middle. It was a bad pass, but Western comes up with it somehow. Here's Bernie. He'll take a fadeaway over the big guy. It misses, and the rebound Parati of North Platte. Palm across. Palm continuing to dribble the ball, top of the circle. Outside to Bauman. Parker Bauman slowly to the right side, pulls up, takes the 3. It's an air ball. 10:21 to go in the ball game. Western Nebraska will have it out of bounds. Looks like Wilson comes back in. Let's see, Easterly is in for Western Nebraska. Nation will stay. Simo stays. And Bernie will stay. Bauman along with Palm, the guards. Looks like Oladeru is back in. Parati is in, and Brower for North Platte. Pass down low on the block to Wilson. That was a tough pass. It was tipped away by North Platte, so Western Nebraska halfway out into the right corner to inbound. Still leading it by 21 with 10:10 to go. Nation takes it, feeds low. That'll be a reach foul against Parati, knocking it away from Simo. For Parati, his second personal. It'll be inbounded again by Western Nebraska because I believe that was the 6th against North Platte. So one more, the 1-and-1 bonus will be in effect for both squads. Ball comes into Nation. Nation backs off. Now gets the ball down to Wilson. He'll turn. He's rejected. And the ball saved momentarily by Western Nebraska. Now they lose it on the baseline. And the ball turns over to North Platte. We're just inside halfway through the second half. Palm brings it into the forecourt. North Platte trailing 65-44. Least points they've scored this year is 55. Here's Oladeru. He'll miss. Rebound comes away to Simo. Simo gets it back, lays it in. 67-44, Western Nebraska. Brower to the right side. Drives, feeds into the middle. Turning, Oladeru misses badly. Rebound, Western Nebraska. Easterly pushes it. Easterly behind the back, gets open from 12 and hits it. Western Nebraska just having fun right now. It's 69-44 with 9:14 remaining. Bauman to bring it up. A couple of subs ready to come in for North Platte next time the clock stops. 9 minutes, 4 seconds to go. Parati, high post with it. Parati turns low and is going to be fouled as he goes up for the shot. He'll go to the line and shoot a pair here with 8:58 to go. That'll be Nation picking up his third. So Nation with 3, Easterly with 3, Wilson with 3 for Western Nebraska, but Evans has 4, and Baez 3 for North Platte. Parati swishes the free throw home. Now we're going to see Bryce Baez come back in for North Platte. Brewer came out. Parati, one more coming here. And this one will bound high and go in. 69-46. Western Nebraska a lead of 23 and with the basketball. Bernie to Easterly. High post, Simo. Bernie with it right side. Bounces it to Nation, who squares up on the right baseline, trying to maneuver in. Puts up the reverse shot. It's blocked by Parati, recovered by Parati. He'll get it on ahead. Baez at the free throw line. Evans is back in with his 4 personals. Baez in the corner. Can't get the 3 to go. Easterly will rebound for Western Nebraska. Easterly, no look pass. Wilson, reverse layup for 2. Wilson, only 4 points tonight, but he's been in double digits 13 times this year. We're going to have a timeout taken by the official. I think we're going to have subs come in. Ball perhaps had gotten away down there. I was looking down at the score sheet for a moment. So it'll be North Platte to inbound it. We're going to have Hallberg come back in for North Platte. Parati is in. Baez, Evans, and Brewer. Western Nebraska has the basketball. Bula inbounds with it to Easterly. 71-46, Western Nebraska. Wilson, he'll stop behind the screen. The 3 comes off short, however, and the rebound, Evans of North Platte. Evans at his best when he's maneuvering full speed. He'll get the ball to Brewer. Reverse a pass, Hallberg with it. Across to Evans. Evans down to Parati. Parati muscles his way in, puts it up, draws the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot a pair again, as Western Nebraska unable to keep him from getting to the rack there a couple of times. Foul goes against Ovia, and it's his second. So Parati, who just hit a pair, back at the line to shoot 2. This one cleanly through. He has 7 points, 3 of them on free throws here in this quarter. 71-47. Parati misses this one. The rebound, however, taken off. Here's Evans, and he'll hit a 3. So Evans in doubles with 10 after having only 3 at halftime. 71-50. Wilson across. We're at 7.5 minutes to go. Easterly dribbling nonchalantly to the left side, then goes right. Now picks the pace up a little bit to the left. Defenders switching off. Here's Walker with it. Walker will take a 3 from the corner. It rims out. Parati rebounds for North Platte. Brewer across. He'll take it to the hoop and miss, but he'll be fouled, and he'll go to the line. So a lot of foul shots coming here for North Platte in the last few minutes. Paratti's hit 3 out of 4. Baez had a couple before that. And Brewer, a little the worse for the wear as he gets up a little hesitantly and goes to the line. He could hit doubles if he can make these. He's 0 for 2 at the line. That came earlier in the half. He has 8. He averages 6. 21-point lead, Western Nebraska. And Brewer hits. At halftime, 5 out of 9 in the game for North Platte, but they're doing better here. Now we're going to see Ovia come out. Simo goes in. See Bernie, Galatia, and for the first time we're going to see Danilo Glasovic, the 6'7" freshman out of Serbia, in the game for Western Nebraska. Bula also in there. So one more coming for Landon Brewer out of Omaha Northwest High School. This one rims out. Bula rebounds. Western Nebraska with the ball, a 20-point lead, 71-51. Bula gets it into the corner. Glasovic misses. It's tipped outside. And Galatia with it for Western Nebraska. Fresh 20 on the clock as we go inside 7 minutes to go in the ball game. Bernie dribbling around on top with Brewer on him defensively. He'll stop and take a long three-pointer. It's off the front of the iron. Evans rebounds for North Platte. Evans across. They'll try and double him out on top. He'll get rid of it, but it's knocked away, but recovered by North Platte. Now into the corner, Baez, and we're going to have a foul called against Western Nebraska, I believe, here. We've got timeout, 6:33 remaining, 71-51, Western Nebraska on the Wesco scoreboard.
From tonight, as they welcome the Lopes of Lamar Community College. Women's game scheduled to tip off at 5:30 with men's action scheduled to begin at 7:30. We'll also celebrate sophomore night, so make sure to mark your calendars now for more Cougar basketball action.
.33 remains in the ball game. 20-point lead for Western Nebraska, looking to pick up their 9th straight victory and their 20th on the season. Hallberg will inbound for North Platte following the timeout. Ovia had picked up his 3rd foul. Hallberg bounces it out to Evans. Evans has been playing with 4 fouls since 13:10 to go. Puts it up, it won't go. Paratti had it, and it's stolen by Bernie. Bernie across in traffic, takes it left side. Now spins in, skips it across. Galatia into the corner, 3-pointer for Bula. First points for Bula in the game, makes it 74-51. Just over 6 minutes to go in the game. Evans, Paratti near the free throw line. He'll give it to Brower. His 15-footer comes off short. Bernie rebounds. We're going to have a rebounding foul here, and it will go against Paratti of North Platte. So he'll have his 3rd. That will be a 1-and-1 coming up for Western Nebraska. Anthony Simo. He has a 2 and a 3. Hasn't shot a free throw yet. He'll have 1-and-1 coming here. Brower out. Bauman in. After the sub, Simo bounced the basketball from the official. He'll dribble it 3 times and bend the knees and hit it. So Simo, the 6'7" freshman out of Cameroon, has half a dozen, right near his average. 6.8 is his average on the year. Western Nebraska averages 82 points a game. They're at 75 right now. Simo hits again. 76-51, Western Nebraska. Bernie on Evans defensively. Now Baez with it. High post, Parati. Parati jumps it into the corner. Evans squares up against Bernie. Drives into the paint, and Bernie takes the ball right out of his hands. He'll throw it on ahead. It's knocked away. Baez trying to save it, but it was out of bounds off of the hustling North Platte defender there. Bernie causing the 13th turnover. Parati will come out. Looks like Palm is back in, and Western Nebraska will have it on the left side to inbound it. 5:37 to go. 20 on the shot clock as Bernie takes the pass in. 25-point lead for Western Nebraska. Who would have thought that, the way these teams played down in North Platte, 81-80 overtime. Here's Glasovich with it. He'll give it to Simo. Simo backing in, can't get it away. Bernie, he'll hook it in the corner, and it's intercepted by Evans. Evans will be fouled as he gets it near the timeline. And that'll go against Galatia and be his second. Freshman out of the Dominican Republic with his second, and that is a two-shot foul coming up now because the double bonus in effect. Davian Evans, I should say, 3 of 4, all in the first half from the line. He's in doubles with 10 now, and this one will skip out, so it stays 76-51. Evans, 3 out of 5. He's a 74% free throw shooter on the season, averaging 15.8 points. He had 26 down in North Platte. Hits the second one, so 76-52. Bernie working against Evans, has it across easily. Bernie comes to the near side, picks the pace up, gives it to Bula on the weave. Now Glasovich. Galatia. Glasovich, he'll step back, puts it up from the top of the circle. It's a bit strong. Rebound Evans of North Platte. Get it ahead to Bauman. Bauman crosses over. Here's Halberg on the run. His 5-footer goes in. Got good body control there to keep it in control, and it's 76-54. Bernie with the basketball for Western Nebraska. 22-point lead. High post, Simo pops out to take this one in. He'll give it to Glasovich. Feed down low on the block. Can't advance it, and Simo stepped out of bounds. So a turnover on Western Nebraska. 4 minutes, 24 seconds remain. 76-54. Western Nebraska with the lead. Evans will take the inbound. Evans goes to Baez. Baez with Simo on him, drives in on the left side. Makes the move, the up and under, goes in. Baez, nice little reverse there. Makes it 76-56. Bernie with Evans on him. Of course, Evans with 4 personals can't be too aggressive. Here's Glasovich with it again. Simo in the paint, squares up, comes to the right side. Goes into the corner. Galatia's 3 is off the back iron. Rebound taken off by Bula. Bernie with it now. Fresh 20 on the shot clock. We're at 3:38 to go. Clock running in the second half. Bernie to the right side. Drives. He's rejected. Saved in by Baez. Nice defense. Get the ball ahead to Bauman, and he'll miss, but he's fouled. So Bauman will go to the line after the foul on Glasovich. And Bauman will shoot his 5th and 6th free throws of the ball game. Missed his first 2, hit his next 2. He's an 80% shooter. And this one rattles home for his 7th point. He averages 15. He had 21 last time. Evans had 26. He has 11. So Western Nebraska doing a nice job there. Looks like we'll have Parati in, Baez out for North Platte, and Coach Cade Erickson. Bauman, one more toss coming now, and he'll put that one in. Now for the first time, we're going to see Sam Lutens out of Millard North High School, a 6'5" sophomore, in for North Platte. And we're going to have a foul called on Evans, I believe, and if so, he is just fouled out of the ball game. So Evans will leave with 11 points in this one. Less than his average of about 16, but way less than what he had the last time when he was virtually unstoppable against Western Nebraska in the game at North Platte. He has 11. Well, Bernie goes to the line. He only has 5 in this one. He had 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists in the game at North Platte. He'll hit the first free throw he has attempted tonight. Gives him half a dozen. He averages 3.7, so the 12 points down there really got Western Nebraska back into it at one stage. He'll hit again. And we're going to see Marquise Morrison come in the game, the freshman out of Atlanta for Western Nebraska. This will be Morrison's 5th game this year. 78-58, Western Nebraska. Palm across. Get it down to Parati. He'll back his way in. Ball's knocked away. Galatia comes up with it for Western Nebraska. Galatia doesn't like the numbers. He'll turn, give it to Bula. We're just over 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Morrison gives it to Bernie. We're inside 3 minutes now. It's 78-58. Bernie picks the pace up to the left side. Bauman stays with him. Here's Galasovic. He'll drive, puts it off the glass for 2. Galasovic, his first 2 points, 12th time he scored this year. 80-58. Western Nebraska all over North Platte in this one. Here comes Bauman to the hoop. He'll put it in. Pretty much unopposed. He's in doubles with 10 now. 15 is his average. Morrison with it. Morrison into the paint. The runner hangs and comes away. He's a crowd favorite. If that would have gone in, the place would have erupted. Here's the long pass ahead to Bauman. He'll turn, put it up. It won't go for a 3. Rebound taken off by North Platte. That'll be Luton's. Put up a couple times. Won't go. Parati. He'll get it outside to Hallberg. His 3 goes in. Hallberg's second 3 of the ball game. That makes it 80-63. We're inside 2 minutes to go now. The drive, layup won't go for Galatia as it hung. Parati with it. Palm now into the forecourt. Knocked away by Bernie. Here's the ball off on the side. Galatia, the reverse dunk. He's 5'11". And now Bauman will be fouled, I believe, as he takes it down on the right side. Yep, it'll go against Galasovic. That's his second of the game. So Bauman will go back to the line. He'll have 2 more free throws coming here. It's 82-63. Western Nebraska has scored in the 80s 7 times this year, the 90s 3, and over the century mark 4 times. They certainly won't hit that with 1:35 to go. Bauman hits the free throw. So he's now made 5 in a row after missing his first 2. Make it 6 in a row. 82-65. Pass on ahead to Bernie. Bernie on the left side backs away. He'll give it out on top to Bula. Bula will drive, kicks it in the corner. Galasovic open for 3, but it's off the back iron. Bauman with it. Bauman for North Platte takes it to the left side. Muscles his way in and puts it home. So Bauman all of a sudden hot. He had 4 points at halftime. He has 14 now. 82-67. From the corner, 3 won't go for Morrison. Hallberg with it. He'll get it to Palm. Palm will stop. His 3-pointer goes in. All of a sudden, North Platte red hot. 82-70. We're inside a minute to go, however. Bernie will bring it across, gets it to Galasovic. He'll drive. That'll be goaltending. Parati called for goaltending, and Galasovic will get his second hoop of the ball game. That makes it 84-70. Broke a 7-0 run for North Platte there as they were pouring it in red hot. 45 seconds to go. Palm stops for a 3-pointer, but it's too strong. Rebound, Hallberg of North Platte. Hallberg. Parati down on the block. Karate bounces it near side. Palm will launch another three. This one short. Rebound, Glasovich. It's knocked away. Morrison had it. Now it's taken away. Here is the drive, and a foul will put Bauman at the line again. 22.4 seconds to go in the ball game. We're just determining a final score right now. Bauman will have a chance to surpass his average if he can knock these two down. Foul was against Morrison, which is his first of the ball game. Bauman has made 6 in a row, now 7. If he makes this one, he'll be right at his average of 80%, 8 of 10. 84-71. Bauman puts it through, so 84-72. And we'll have a foul on the inbound. Palm will pick this one up, and that'll be his third, which will mean free throws coming at the other end, as it'll be a 1-and-1, as that's only the 9th against North Platte, so not the double bonus as of yet. 84-72, Western Nebraska. Western Nebraska led it by 21 at halftime. 48-27. Had a huge lead of 22 at 80-58, but right now it's been a 14-4 run by North Platte. Free throw skips out. Rebound taken off by North Platte. Pass comes on ahead. That'll be Bauman. Runner in the paint. Goes in again. Bauman has 18 all of a sudden. 84-74. Foul on the inbound. Lutens will pick up the foul. Bula will go to the line, and he will shoot 2 now, as that is the 10th against North Platte. So Bula will shoot his first free throws of the ball game. He has 3 points. Average is 8.3, but it's been defense and rebounding for the most part for him where he's made his mark this year. Bula hits the free throw. That'll make it 85-74. North Platte had cut it to 10 there in the waning seconds. Bula puts it through. 86-74. Here comes Palm. The three is short. Rebound taken by Bernie. Bernie will be tripled, so he'll get the ball off to Bula. Get it on ahead to Galatia, and Galatia another slam just before the buzzer. Remember, he's 5'11". Can he have ups? That'll make it 88-74 for our final. Western Nebraska has won 9 in a row. Their 20th of the year. First time they have been at the 20-win plateau since the 2018-19 season. But big second half for North Platte, particularly late in this one. They put 47 points up. But Western Nebraska only outscored 47-40 after leading by 21 at halftime. We'll get them totaled up. We'll have some numbers coming up for you.
Just a reminder that only players and coaches on the floor after the game. Again, only players and coaches on the floor after the game. We appreciate your cooperation. On behalf of the athletic department, we'd like to thank you for attending tonight's games. Please travel safely wherever you're headed and have a great rest of the evening.
Well, after an 81-80 overtime win in North Platte, I certainly expected this one to be closer, but Western Nebraska ran out to a 48-27 lead at halftime. There were no ties, no lead changes in the ball game. An 11-0 run made it 28-14, a double-up score with 9:10 to go. Again, at halftime, 48-27. And in the second half, a late surge by North Platte got them back into respectability. It was 80-58, and all of a sudden, it was 84-74. But Western Nebraska ends up winning it 88-74. We'll look at scoring when we come back. I have to wonder about some of the stats sometimes, but I had Hallberg for 8. They had him for 9 because he went 1 for 1 at the line, but he did not shoot a three-point attempt, or, he didn't have a old-fashioned three-point play. So, who knows? Before we talk with the coach, I wanted to bring up the fact that that's the 20th win for Western Nebraska now. Billy Engel comes over, so we'll go through scoring in a bit, but congratulations on a big win after an 81-80 overtime win in North Platte. I expected it to be close, but you had a couple of long runs in that first half that got it out of hand for North Platte.
Yeah, they're a really good home court team, and some of their kids can really play, some of their kids can really make shots, but I think we're growing into a better and better home court team ourselves, and we were able to put a couple runs on there in the first half, and at a couple different times early in the second half before we kind of gave up some easy ones and played some lackluster defense there at the end, but it was really good to see not just the first five, not just the first rotation, but a couple of different lineups put good runs together. That was really good to see.
Evans had 26 down there. Bauman had 21. Evans finished with 11. Bauman 17.